All right, I'm going to talk for just a minute about OpenAI o3-Mini. And in general, I want to put this up against the Gemini Flash Thinking 2.0 experimental. It is experimental, which means they're still working on fine-tuning it. So I'm expecting o3-Mini to win, just to be honest, but I want to see where they're both at. I will say, my production experience with o3-Mini has been okay. Not overly blown away by it, but also at the same time, like, it wasn't horrible. It's not a model that I would just abandon right up. I'm truthfully and enjoying the Gemini 2.0 Flash version primarily because of the cost. It is so much cheaper. And what I found is it's kind of similar performance to o3-Mini. My thinking is the thinking version may actually be better. And when I'm talking about the performance here, I'm talking about in a actual code base. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna jump over to model competition, and I've actually made some changes to this. So the changes I've made is this first question used to be the breadth first search, and now what I want is a Python screen recorder. And if you think about what my goal is here, to give it applications that are a little bit more complex. In theory, I'm expecting there to be multiple files generated that I can then bring over. So let's just scroll through this code real quick, and then I'll jump over, get it set up, and we will run it and see how it performs. All right, so we do have the libraries required. They put it into a single Python file, which I thought was interesting. How big of a file is this thing? Okay, it's big enough. All right, interesting. Now, I will say I have ran this before, and the Flash Thinking one has actually given me 5 files. Maybe I'll show you that one too after we test this. All right, I'm going to jump over and set this up. And another note here, fortunately, the o3-Mini didn't put it into the format that I wanted. It has like this weird thing here. That's kind of unfortunate. Anyway, okay, I've turned my camera off now. I just popped this open just to make sure it would run. Question 1 is the Gemini 2.0 thinking. And then this question 1 underscore M2 is the o3 version. So we're going to go ahead and run the Gemini. I do not know if it's actually going to work or not yet. I did know that it didn't fail when I ran it, though. This is exactly what I have. This is my microphone that I'm currently using. If I wanted to use my microphone on my webcam, I could use that, enable webcam, and start recording. All right, so this is for experimental. Call it like that. What? Okay, so I'm just going to do a little bit of testing here. We're going to see if this works. I will say right away, my webcam light did not come on, which makes me think that it's probably not using the webcam properly. I don't know if audio is working or any of that stuff. Anyway, let's just hit stop recording. And it has saved. The file is 23.3 megabytes. Interesting. It's like recording all of my... Audio didn't work. It picked up the wrong webcam. This is like... I'm trying to remember what this is, but I have like an application that allows me to hook my camera to the computer. I mean, this is not bad. I bet you I could tune this a little bit. Didn't pick a monitor like I thought it was going to there. Let me go back in here again. So, it does say monitor 0. Monitor 1, 2, 3, 4. I wonder if monitor, because I only have 4 monitors. I think I need to pick monitor 1 here. And I do not think my audio is working at all. It's not allowing me to pick the webcam I want. It's like only defaulting to the 1. So that's a little bit unfortunate. I'm just going to go ahead and make this 2. I'm curious to see, and we'll give this a few seconds here. Let this record, blah, 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 blah. You know, that kind of stuff here. Just to see. What I want to see is if it's actually just recording this. Again, I don't think audio is going to work because I didn't hear any in that last one. And let's go back into here. Take a look here. Oh, that's right. Oh, so the codec worked now. It's recording great. That's awesome. I mean, the webcam would work if it allowed me to pick my webcam. I just have too many virtual ones that it's going to be a problem. I'm impressed. This is the experimental one. Very, very, very impressed. A little bit more complicated, to set up because there's a lot of libraries and stuff that we need to do, but let's try the o3-Mini one. Please work. I would love to see something. All right. What do we have here? We have monitor 1. It's like some weird formatting in there. enable webcam overlay. And I would like to use the Razer Kio. So again, they did not letting me pick my webcam. I probably need to go figure out how to set my default webcam, and this would probably work fine. Let's go ahead and start recording. And I'm going to do a little bit of talking here to see if it picks it up. I have no, like, I don't know what this webcam overlay is. I'm assuming that's on the video. And cool, it put it in recording.output. And let's take a look at what this one did. Audio is working. I probably have this turned off, but it's working great. It picked it up. This speaker here is actually like really bad, unfortunately. All right, I am very impressed. Both of those, I would say, worked just perfect. I was not expecting it to get that far along on the very first thing. And just for sake of fun, like one of the earlier tests I did came up with, and to show you the code, it actually put it into 5 different files. I'm surprised that the last time I ran it, it only gave me 1 file. It shows me the preview of my webcam here. It's got all this stuff like I would expect, all the different microphones. I really should tell it to allow me to pick my webcam as well. And then it's got all of the different monitors. So I believe what it's doing is like it's setting top monitor 1 to all my monitors. And then I haven't actually tried like actually recording this yet. I'm just going to hit save here and just see what ends up happening. But I think this is actually going to work just fine. And go ahead and stop recording. Let's see if we got anything here. But isn't this amazing? If you really think about it like this, we've got some pretty powerful tools coming. Yeah, recording it just fine. I don't quite understand the webcam in this one because I did enable it, but it didn't actually put it anywhere on the screen, so I don't know. Whatever. The webcam's the shortfall on them, but still super cool. All right, now for this one, what's actually going to be super neat is the A-star algorithm. I only have 1 pathfinding one now instead of 2. I'm expecting, hopefully, better grids, and you can see this from the Gemini Flash 2.0 thinking. It seems to have actually generated a much bigger grid than the o3 one, so I'm excited to see what that looks like. And super simple, Pygame, I already have that installed. We're just going to feed that in and take a look at how this actually works. So we're going to put this into question 2. All right, here we go. We're going to run the Google Gemini thinking version first, and then we'll run the o3 one. I really wish models would get consistent on how they identify code in their output. Pro's doing a great job, but o3 is not. So here we go. Wow, that's wicked. That's so cool. All right, cool graph. Just nailed it. Like might be getting too easy for models now too. Wasn't that long ago that stuff like this was actually kind of hard. Here's the o3 one. Yeah, again, way too easy. Win on both. I think right now they're pretty well tied. So let's jump over to problem number 3, which is a Sudoku solver. This one I'm hoping for some really cool stuff from Gemini Pro Thinking. It does seem like right out the gate we've got a sample board. I don't know why a lot of them start with 5 there. I've noticed that almost every one of them seems to start with 5. I wonder if they've just been trained very much on like a certain like amount of like Sudoku data set that makes it like want to always start with like a similar board. All right, here we go. This is the thinking version. Beautiful. This is 4 here. Let's put a not 5 here and solve it. Boom. It's absolutely astoundingly good. No problem at all. Let's do the o3 version. Huh. I wonder what they like bolded the parts of it. I wonder why they bolded that. I wonder if that's just like spacing or something, or if that's not meant to be bolded. I mean, I played a lot of Sudoku, and I'm trying to think of like why. Someone in the chat may know immediately what's going on there, but I'm not seeing what's going on, to be honest. This is doing one of those things here where it's like and now it crashed. Honestly, that is bad. For o3-Mini to fail on this one? Wow, okay. Alright, I guess I'm gonna have to kill it, because dang, I'm actually not impressed at all on the Sudoku solver with o3-Mini. Man, simple models sometimes pass that one. Alright, Connect 4. Remember, if you watch my last one of these, Google Pro 2.0 experimental is the first model that's ever had a working version of this. Do I think the Flash version is actually going to make it work? I do not know. but it would be incredibly exciting if it did. I'm a little bit worried, to be honest with you, because it may seem like it have cut off over here. Let's say game over, but I'm curious if this is actually... I didn't get like any description about it. I'm slightly worried that we're missing some stuff in the Pro or the Flash version, but we will find out here in just a second. I gotta say, like, before I run both of these, almost identical lines of code, 260 versus 261. Pretty cool. All right, we're gonna first run the Google Gemini version, Flash version here. Okay, so yeah, it's like reversed. This is what I've seen a couple of them do already, where it doesn't fall; it just puts them at the top. I mean, he could win right here. Wait, no, can he? I don't think. Yeah, he can because of that. Like upside down. Ah, bummer. All right. I mean, it didn't crash. That's a good thing. Let's see if o3-Mini can redeem itself a little bit here. This is already better. Okay. Let's see. o3-Mini might be redeeming itself. Dang, it did block me there. Yep, the AI wins. Perfect. All right, o3-Mini, the second model ever to have completed the Connect 4. Dang, it's crazy to think, like, you go back 2 months ago, and none of the models that was testing really had that working, and now we've got two that have succeeded on that. o3-Mini redeemed itself greatly on that one. The pool game, oh my god, I get so excited about this one. Because, you know, a model should be able to do, a good model should be able to make this game, like, absolutely amazing. Okay, so this is the Gemini 2.0 thinking version. The balls are back against here. The board looks awesome, doesn't it? Like, for just using regular geometric shapes. All right, I'm gonna first start. Oh my god. You know what's funny? Is I thought a ball was actually missing. But look here. You can kind of see the 6 here and the 13. I think it's just the color of the board. Isn't that funny? Uh, Other than the positioning of it, I think it's pretty good. We actually have all the pool balls. It took a while. Let me see if I can... I keep... Some of them make it where you point in the direction. This is the opposite. And so I need to actually turn around. I don't... That went in properly. I need to actually point this way. I kind of don't like how long it takes for it to stop here. It's a pretty slow process. Like, look at this. It's still eking along. I just want to put this in the hole. Yep, perfect. Wait. I didn't notice a power meter on the bottom. No way. All right. This is 100% the best pool game. The ball collision's great. It actually gave me all the balls. The cue ball's not completely jacked up. There's always usually something wrong like that. Dang. I don't know if I think o3-Mini is going to do that well because it has significantly less code. I am excited to see, though. All right, here we go. This is the o3-Mini version, and immediately, I actually don't mind this pool board. Kind of looks nice with the black around. You can drag the pool ball, the cue ball. Can you really? Yeah, you can. I guess I can drag it. You drag the opposite way. My cue ball went actually in a hole. Physics looked all right. I'm gonna have to restart it because it didn't want to give me back my cue ball. Let's just take a look at that. Oh, physics aren't great. You see how I kind of like hugged? Pool balls don't do that. This slow stopping is driving me nuts today, though. Look at that. See how they like stuck together? Dang, o3-Mini, dude. I'm not as positive on you anymore. I think Google's actually catching up. I've said bad things about Google being behind in the past, but after using Gemini Pro 2 today and the Flash version today, I'm pretty excited about it. All right, here's... I don't know if this is going to work or not. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk through it, and I'm going to pause, and I'm going to go set the code up, and then we'll try running it, because unfortunately with these, it's not just copying a single file. My original idea was like, I think AI is going to replace these applications. If you don't know what Calendly is basically I can send you a Calendly link. You can see all my open slots that I'm willing to meet with people on. You pick one, and it gets put on our calendar. Very simple, but people pay for it. Heck, I pay for it. So the thinking here is, can an application can an application be made by AI in like one shot? And maybe some iteration on this. And I'm working on the idea of a video series where I actually try to replace like uh subscription software using AI, and then at the end of it I open source it so people can use it and we can just keep making it better. I'm curious what you guys think about that. Anyway, I am going to just scroll through here a little bit and we're going to take a look at what's happening. Wow, look at this. This gives me the entire structure, necessary components, gives me all of that. Oh, that's so unfortunate. I don't think I'm actually going to get code. All right. This is a big bummer. Let's see what the o3-Mini one did. The o3-Mini one wants me to create a React project. That's great. And it gives me one file. And it looks like the CSS file. Oh, that's such a unfortunate thing. Like, I literally tell it, build a full featured scheduling application. But instead it jumps to outline. I need to, I guess, be more explicit. I'm going to pause here for just a second. I'm going to try to rerun this one just to see if we get anything different. All right, so I finally have the o3 one set up. This is what it came up with. I'm betting there's not a whole lot of functionality, like looking at the code. But let's just say this is meeting with gosucoderyt on it for 60 minutes. And I like that the date picker actually works. So we're going to do the 20th. Can I pick a time? I guess I can't pick a time. Schedule meeting. Yeah, I don't know how to... That's cool. If I refresh it, does that save it all? No. Okay, it's all local. Uh, Fortunately, I don't know. Unfortunately, I could not get anything out of the Gemini Flash 2.0 thinking from a code perspective. The o3-Mini did actually win this one just because it built something. I like this one though because I like seeing things that are failing. My hope was that I would actually get like 4 or 5 files, and the context limit of Gemini Flash 2.0 would be helpful there. Anyway, let's go to the next one. So the next one is the top-down shooter game. This is always one of my favorites just to play around with here. So I'm going to go ahead and get this set up, and I'll be right back. All right, I'm going to go ahead and run the Gemini Flash 2.0 thinking one here. Let's see what happens. Very cool. How do I move? Arrow keys. Do I shoot the direction of my mouse? Nope, I shoot up only. I don't know if I like this. Okay, so the pathing of the AI seems absolutely bad. They just, very simple, just like tries to come to me, and then it gets hung if it can't. Oh, I ended the game immediately because I died. But not bad. I mean, the collision's working. You see that? Like, collision's working. Pathfinding's bad. Shooting's interesting. I wonder if there is a way to change the direction of the shooting. It seems odd that it's only one direction. Not bad. And also, the fact that it restarts because I'm holding down the spacebar to shoot, it's not really that great. So now we're going to go ahead and do the o3-Mini version here. Oh. This is more my style, though, to be honest. Oh, collision doesn't work for me anyway. But it does for the AI. It's hard to say who wins this one. Is there any restart? Nope, it just ended. I don't know. I'll let you guys decide on that one. Not really impressed with either of those. I do like that the collision's working good with the Flash version. I like that you can aim in different directions with the o3 version. I don't know. I think they both have good and bad things about it. Here is another problem that I'm running into with Flash 2.0 thinking. This is a very simple, I shouldn't say simple. This should be a very buildable application here. I think I'm going to have to change the prompt with Flash 2.0 to say, do not outline, give me the code. And that's part of the prompt engineering you have to do, and it's so different per model. Anyway, let's go ahead and just test, I guess, the o3-Mini one, because I'm sure the Flash version is great. Like, look at all that example it gave, but it's just not code. All right, I'm about to run it. This application here, what it should do is turn on my camera and allow me to move my hands around to basically play music. I'm turning off my camera in case it actually works. I have not tried it yet. But let's go ahead and see what happens. I'm not expecting it to actually run anything. Okay, so something's working. It's running. Nothing's opened yet. It's like loading a bunch of stuff. Taking longer than I would have imagined here. No, it picked the wrong camera. All right, I'm just gonna take a second here to see if I can get it to switch cameras, and then I'll come back here. All right, I have a video showing. Oh, oh my God, hold on. I gotta unmute my desktop audio. It's not great, but it's interesting. I'm actually not sure what I'm supposed to do with my hand. That is wild, isn't it? Like, look at it pick up all the. It can't pick up two hands, which I. So I think, if you're an orchestra, what do you call that person that manages the orchestra? That could be why my index finger is green. Look at that. So cool. Oh my God. I'm sorry. I get a kick out of that. I'm so glad I went and turned that camera. Uh, I just disabled that virtual camera and it worked right away. That's so neat. Oh man, I really wish Flash would have had a version of that. That is wicked cool. In 128 lines of code. That is amazing. Oh man, that is very impressive for o3-Mini. Wow, that's so cool. I'm sorry, I'm pretty hyped up about that. All right. I have this handwriting recognition neural network. Tell the story a lot, but uh this is just one that like sits near and dear to my heart because I remember spending so much time writing this handwriting for numbers. So I've actually changed the prompt some. You can see some of the data here. This looks like this got cut off. I wonder if I did something wrong in a merge or something. Anyway, we'll see how bad this turns out. I kind of feel like it's not going to work. My new prompt doesn't seem to be fully there. All right, here we go. Man, I have my fingers crossed for this. So one thing I've done also different here is I've actually told it about this training data here. So I've downloaded this from Kaggle. All right, so here we go. Let's see if it can load the data. Oh, it actually is asking me where it is. That's also great. Okay. No. Here. Oh, that's gonna work. Let me see if 4 2 as well. Yeah. All right. Let's train model. So enter training mode. Enter digit to label. This is starting to get so much closer. 4. And I'm gonna draw 4. I draw a digit first. About clear this. 3 2. I don't actually know if it's doing anything. I'll be totally honest with you. Digit for training. It's this is the Flash version. But I do think we're getting closer. I don't understand exactly. Uh, what if I insert that like a bunch of times? Now, exit training mode, clear. 2, predict. Hit a 4, predict. 3, predict. I wonder what if this just doesn't know how to load this data here. Could I? Arrays used as index must be integers or boolean type. So unfortunate. All right. I'm sorry, guys. I could probably just keep playing with that for so long because I just get so into that type of stuff. All right, here is the o3-Mini one here. All right, it's doing some train. That means it found the data potentially. Oh my gosh, is this actually going to kill it here? Let's see here. Draw the number 2. No. The only problem. Let me clear this. Well, now it's white. Maybe it'll work now. It does. 5. 4. It predicts a 7. No. This is actually not bad. Hey, it actually predicted the 3 there. All right, what if I did 2? Good confidence on 2. I wonder how people draw ones. Like it's at predicted a 2. That's weird. Toggle training mode. 1. What digit did you draw? 1. Cool. And then do 3, predict, 3, okay. Here, let's draw 4. I am actually really excited about this, and I could probably just keep playing around with this. Trained on digit 4, new prediction 4. Let's toggle training mode, clear this, and let's see how it does with the number 9. Okay, so there, let's go back to toggle mode now. Predict that, and I'm going to tell it it's a 9. All right, then we're going to clear it, toggle training mode. Let's see if it got any better from one number. Look at that! No way! How's the 8 do here? Okay, it thinks it's a 9, so we're going to go ahead and toggle training mode and predict. And we're going to tell it's an 8. We'll clear it. An 8 and put predict. It thinks it's an 8, and it is an 8. Oh, God. All right, I was not impressed with o3-Mini, but this is the first time I've actually, I want to be fair to everyone else. I've actually worked on the prompt a bit. I don't know what it did with its training data, to be totally honest. I thought like downloading that data would actually work, but I'm not sure if it actually did. But holy crap, that is so cool. I don't know. I'm thinking I'm having to give this overall thing to o3-Mini because it's just doing such a great job. This is one that I don't think anybody's cracked yet, and it's really the visualization of it. They might be doing a good job, but it's basically traffic simulation with real-time visualization. That is a mouthful. Basically, what I want to do is basically see, I'd love to see like buildings eventually and show how cars move around traffic lights. You know, if 3 cars are moving, they stop at the traffic light, other cars move by. And I got the idea of this one years ago. I was sitting on an airplane and I was talking to a person beside me, and this is what they do for a living: is they build visualizations of traffic like patterns, and they figure out like timings of lights and everything like that. I just want to see like if AI could actually do that. All right, we are going to start with the Flash version, and this is kind of cool. The lights are turning yellow, now they're red. You can kind of see here that a car stopped. You know, they're coming through there. It's actually kind of neat. No one's moving in the middle of the roads at all. They're all coming around the outside. Traffic light cycle. What does this do? Look at it's making it flash faster. It just it's how many like iterations before the traffic light changes. So 10 at like 10 updates. Yeah, so these cars are like sitting at the light. Now it's green. Now they're going. I'd say not bad. That flickering is brutal though, I'm gonna be honest with you. And o3-Mini, last but not least. Why? What are you doing? You are such a good model. This is doing nothing. Why? I am so bummed by this. All right, yeah, I tried to poke through the code a little bit to see if I could come up with anything that's going on here. And I think it's just a bit too much, too many issues. I think there are a few things I would need to kind of debug. I think there's might be some like deadlock issues where like the vehicle movement, for example, it's being called from like different threads and they could be just like getting in the deadlock. It's so unfortunate because I kind of see what this is doing because this is like a 4-way intersection, and I'm assuming this is the light, and I was expecting cars to come across your stop, and I was super excited by that. That's a bummer. Anyway, I think this is gonna do it. I need to get to actually editing this, but I had a ton of fun putting this together, and I hope you guys had a ton of fun watching it. This one I'm gonna try to cut out any of the dead time, but I'm super kind of mixed on each of these models. Like I think Google Flash 2.0 thinking gave me outlines when I wanted code, where o3-Mini always seemed to give me code. I'm probably gonna have to work on the prompts a little bit more there. And maybe even what I need to do is I need to actually allow me to retry, basically editing the prompt in place and be able to retry running it in my application. Because it's kind of a waste of time when I get to that one and it's just an outline, and it's super sad for me because I wanted to actually test those. But I will say the things that it did, like the pool game, it was amazing. Connect 4, it did okay on, but then we had o3-Mini, like absolutely crushed some of those. So I think if I had to give it to one here, I'd say it's very close, but I think it's probably, it's so tough because o3-Mini failed on something like that last one. I don't know, it's probably a draw to be honest. The thing that still sticks to my head is that one where it picks up my hand and I'm able to play musical notes. So maybe I give a slight edge to o3-Mini just because I thought that was super cool. Anyway, that's it for today. I hope you guys are having an awesome day. Until next time, peace out.